Hi and welcome to the git-python development stream. It's Byron speaking, and in this session we will take care of a few smaller issues that should be fixable quite easily, two of which are documentation improvements, and one of which is something related to our famous and most loved UTF-8, or let's say Unicode support. In fact, it is supported and there are plenty of tests that do that, but apparently in this specific case, if an environment variable is set, it still fails. So I guess that's the one I do want to look at first. Let's just see if I can reproduce this by running the tests here from the command line. Fails in test git. Fair enough. And let's see, in Python 3 this works. Python 2 maybe it doesn't. It does. Well, no wait, test git, yeah sure, for a moment I was confused there. It's actually a custom test, I guess. And maybe it's test index that we want to test, because there will be commits. And there we go. Reproduction. Successful. Good. It's test index mutation. Test index mutation. And there we go. So let's figure out why that happens. 441. I mean, why ASCII all of a sudden is in there. Oops. Test index 441. Whoa, that was too much. Good. Here we just provide a message, even a Unicode message, but we don't provide any commit information, and I wonder why, or what kind of encoding are we dealing with here? Is it ASCII? No, it's UTF-8. So I guess it's somewhere here where it fails nonetheless. Like a name is a string. Does this happen on 3.4 as well? That's shall be the first thing I try. Actually not, it doesn't happen there. That's good. Then we have another issue, which is I think just something that relates to our testing here. Because of course the committer is not what we expect now because it was overwritten. Nonetheless, in Python 3 this works. Fails in 4.4.5, whereas in Python 2 we've got failure in 4.4.1 when doing the commit. Okay, so it is indeed a Python 2 related issue. It's in commit 392. Here we go, and now it's just about figuring out maybe how this name got encoded that weirdly. Whoa. Yeah, C is actually continue. So we have to access it a bit more in a more difficult way. Oh, look at that. So this string here, oops, dot name, this string does already have an invalid encoding, and I guess we have to just see how git commit, how the committer is actually retrieved here from the environment. And this is where it goes wrong. Index commit. Oops. Author. Okay, it's commit create from tree. I kind of knew that, yet I was thinking that What was I thinking? I don't know. Let's search for this. Git util actor. So here we do this, a class method corresponding to the configured committer. And we can actually provide a config reader that will be the source of the committer or author instead. So we try that. So first we try to set our own header here. Yeah, well, good. Here we go. That's how we get the string. And I guess it's something we should indeed test, because there is no test for this. Why would it? I mean, why would it? Sure, you would want to test for this, but it's kind of, yeah, these patches were provided and I just pull them in. No real test done for them, but here we are. Here we are now, finally. Last but not least, we will fix this. So get value should, let's just check how it deals with encodings. Get value should do some sort of encoding. So for int float, first check if it's a string type. Yeah, I don't know how it would deal with special values in config files, but I think it does work. But I'm not totally sure, to be honest. Good. So I guess we have to interpret that somehow, and in I think it's also Python 3 specific here, because Python 3 it works because it returns a string, which, well, I don't know how it knows the encoding actually, but at least it's a string, so it doesn't try to re-encode this thing. So I guess we just have to make sure we decode this on Python 3 turf, Python 2 turf. So can we do it like that maybe? That is being caught, key error, fine. If py2, oh well, if not py3, then we shall decode it. Decode as default encoding, so let's assume UTF-8 everywhere. And this decoding here, this is totally based on assumptions, and this can indeed fail. And if it fails, well, bad luck for us. Could be any kind of code page, is depending on the system. Really, I don't know. Right now I use the default encoding. How would the user specify a better encoding? Maybe we should use these ones here, LCC type. Well, they were encoding somewhere. ASCII in some environment variable. UTF, no, not here. LCC type, I mean, these LC guys, they usually had something like that in them, but not here in my environment. Well, fine. So we just don't know. We just try. That's how it is sometimes. Oh, compat import default encoding and py3. Like so. With a bit of luck this could already work, but let's keep looking. Alright, the rest just deals with getting it from the config reader, and there I would expect it to be correct. Yeah, maybe I should test that as well now that we are here. Good. Try again. Good. So that was expected. Oops. Because now it was overwritten. The question is, fine. Committer name, that should be a Unicode, but it is a string. Uname some developer. So how does it think that? Mixed iterator. Ah, okay, it uses the config writer actually to do that. So let's call this guy Thomas Müller then. Why not? So that should help to prevent that kind of issue in future. So in theory, it should all work now. Yes. Even though I'm not totally sure about yeah. You know that new commit name shouldn't have been a string in the first place, if you ask me. So let's make that Unicode here. Oh, we're in Python 3. Uh-oh. There we go. Good to know that Python 3 works. And for this guy, it still doesn't work. Even though we do the decoding. Oh, we should assign it. Awesome. And 387. Look, we can't even set a Unicode value here. Oh, come on, set value. Ha! Oh man, thank you. That is a bad one. We can't do, configuration was kind of still Unicode unaware. And I've seen this kind of code today and I'm using it here, even though that will implicitly, well, try to convert things to ASCII, obviously. Damn it. So here we try to decode that. Should be a string type. I don't know what we get from that guy, if we get Unicode here at all. Well, that's a different thing. Let's actually verify this. Writer get value user name is uname. Something like that. So let's try that in Python 3. That seems to work. Python 2, it can't even write it. Fair enough. So this set now, yeah, we just want to, we'll just well, if it's a number type, then we convert it to a string. Otherwise, we just leave it. Let's see what happens then. What can we handle? We can handle number types and Boolean types. So how does that work? Is instance true Boolean bool? Is that true? Yes. False is that as well? Okay, awesome. So let's have a little helper here. We do this twice. Value to string. Oh, come on, I can't talk. while typing. That's how it is. Int, float, bool, return this. Otherwise, assume, for now we just assume it's some sort of string value. Maybe it is a Unicode, maybe it's string. In Python 3 that is not none of the question. Well, it could be. So let's make sure this is a text now, force text. From compat get force text. Thank you. Now we will just use that guy. Self value to string. Oops. All right. Same here. Okay. That could be better. Look at that. ASCII code, it can't encode character. That's the Thomas Müller. Set value. Yeah, that's the one. So why does it want to write ASCII? And why do we say that? Right section 417. 416. Oh, it's our code here. There we go. Again. We kind of overwrite the entire writing here. Awesome. So that's one reason that we are not compatible. We write binary, so we take care of the encoding ourselves. But that doesn't work. So like that. Yeah. Okay, nice. That seems to be okay. Let's do it without. All right. Last but not least, let's run all tests. Let's shake Flake. Let's see what Flake says about that. And I really wanna run Py3 environment, Py3 4. Yes, like so. And that looks good. And indeed, we weren't supporting Unicode properly under certain circumstances. Hello. Good that we finally figured that one out. Oh, well, that is a spurious error. We know about that. Two, 3, 7. Code values are supported when reading configuration and when getting author committer information from the environment. Improved Unicode handling when using OS environ or git config parser. That's the one-liner and that's the multi-liner. That seems better. Oops. Like so. Yeah, I think that's about it. And provided that I don't see anything else here, yeah, that can be committed. And pushed, of course. There we go. Everything is done automatically, so we don't need that anymore. And that shall be it with that issue. Yeah, I think I will just cut here and then do the other things in the next session. Thanks for watching and have